Check out BigBadToyStore.com for this and other great toys. Where's the toy? Are you just trying to make people mad at us? I'm gonna get out of here before the angry mob gets here.
Hey, what's up YouTube land? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Age of Extinction Flip and Change Lockdown. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Hey look, it flips and changes. Hey, guess what? This is from a movie, Transfomers. Creepy face of death. On the back, you have your obligatory product shots. No bio, just some product shots. And yes, there's a Grimlock, and apparently there will be a Bumblebee in this line coming out also. And step, and all that good stuff. And that's basically it for the packaging. So moving right along, here we have Flip and Change Lockdown. Hey, don't come apart on me already. So here we have Flip and Change Lockdown. Here he is in his vehicle mode, and looks pretty good. I mean, I love the nice metallic blue paint they use there on the back. Got some silver on the windshields. Tamper-graphed Decepticon symbol. I know the difference. Silver headlights. It's actually, I mean, it's a good-looking car. It's got these bright blue parts sticking out, but that's because of the transformation, because of the gimmick. And, yeah, you know, a lot of robot hanging out under there, but again, because of the gimmick. You know, it's nice looking. This is the first official Lockdown toy that we've gotten, and, it's, you know, it is what it is. Rolls quite nicely. And, for comparison, here he is with Leader Prime. So you can see, it is quite a sizable figure. We'll see how they look together. So, yeah. But yeah, the flip and change gimmick does kind of leave it with some problems. As you can see, there kind of there's some gaps here. It doesn't all hold together. What? It doesn't hold together? Why doesn't it hold together? This is crazy. Transformers is supposed to be perfect every time. And now this? But basically, whoa. But yeah, you know, you kind of are left with some little gaps here and there. But, you know, not the end of the world. But, yeah, basically, the flip and change gimmick is quite simple because it's both flips and changes. And hopefully I will be able to get this on camera because this is kind of tricky. Not tricky to do, just tricky to actually film because I'm standing behind a camera and trying to do this. Yeah, this is going to be kind of a challenge just to film. But basically, for the transformation, you're just going to come back here. You're going to open up this rear section right here. You want to open up this panel first, and then that panel. And then you're going to take the two halves, bring them out, and to transform it, you're basically just going to wring it like a towel. And there are varying degrees of success here. And I'll show you what that means in a second. Basically, you're just going to hold it by these two ends, and you're going to spin it twice. So you're going to spin it, to transform into robot mode, you're going to spin it towards you. So you only want to do 2 rotations, just 2. If you do more than 2, then things will start clicking and grinding, and things will just go bad. So you want to do it twice. So let's see if we can do this on camera. Okay, ready? And 1, 2, boom. There you go. So he has changed into a robot. Now, there are some extra steps you have to do. What? Extra steps? These are Transformers. I don't have time for extra steps. What is this nonsense? I have to do all the work. But yeah, some extra steps here you have to do. Basically, you want to push the shoulders in. You'll see here there are clips, and they'll clip in to these spots right here. And basically, that just locks in all the gears, because if you don't, clip the shoulders in, then this will all just start flopping around because it's still loose. So that locks everything in place so the gimmick doesn't keep going. Another thing you have to do is you have to spread his legs apart, because back here, you'll see there's a little notch right here, and this column, or whatever you want to call it, this armature right here is connected to the foot, and this is what makes the foot work. So, as you can see, it kind of goes up and down this groove here. When you bring it out, there's a notch right there, and that locks it in place, and that keeps the feet secure. So, if you leave the feet straight, he'll just flop right back. So you have to spread them apart to get him to stand straight. Another thing is his head doesn't always come out. I've actually had a good amount of success getting his head to flip out, but sometimes it will just get caught. It'll either get caught on this crossbar or it'll get caught on this crossbar, because for some reason there's just not enough clearance, so you do have to take and bring his head down. I have to bring his head down? What am I, caveman? So yeah, just a couple extra steps, but not the end of the world. And then of course you bring the shoulder pads down. And there you go. And there you have lockdown in his robot mode. So, and you know, it's decent enough. You know, getting closer on the head sculpt. Basically, it's the kind of visored face. You don't get a full face sculpt. It's just kind of this visored face, done in green. But it's actually a nice sculpt all around. Though the sculpting is very nice on this figure. A lot of nice details. And you do get some a few silver paint apps going on, as well as some more of that metallic blue. And some more silver. So it actually is a nice sculpt. I mean, you get in here on the forearms. Looks pretty cool. Doesn't have much of a hand. You can kind of see the thumb, finger. The other fingers are kind of molded in there, but it still doesn't really look like a hand. But again, simplicity for the sake of the gimmick. He does have kind of a weird backpack going on here, but again, it's kind of a necessary evil for the gimmick. He is quite flat. You know, just, you know. But again, just for the sake of the gimmick, it has to be that way. But yeah, articulation-wise, there's no movement in the head whatsoever. The only movement you get is rotation in the arms, outward movement. You get a bicep swivel, and you get a clackety elbow joint, and that's basically it. That's all the articulation you get. His hands are made to hold 5mm weapons, so if you do have some spare guns lying around, you can totally hold them. So, you got that going on. But yeah, it's not perfect. It is not the symbol of perfection, but it is actually kind of fun. Believe it or not, it is kind of fun. A lot of people have been giving this figure a lot of flack, but honestly, it's kind of fun. I get kind of the anger. Well, actually, I don't get it really, but because honestly, complaining that this toy sucks is like complaining that a cat toy sucks. It's like, okay, yeah, duh, it's not meant for you. Like, this is not meant for us, people. This is not meant for the adult collector that wants high-end, super articulated, wonders of engineering figures. No, this is a toy that you buy for your kid. You know, you give it to your kid and you say, hey, here's this Transformer. You know how you transform it? Grab him by his arms and swing him around, and the kid will be like, oh my god, it's like magic, and they're happy, and then they'll probably break it in 2 seconds. But, you know, this is definitely made for the younger audience. This is not made for the adult collector. So I kind of don't get the rage, because I'm like, okay, this was not meant for us. Does it work perfectly? No, it doesn't work perfectly. But, you know, it happens in this franchise. It's nothing new. Sometimes they don't always work perfectly. But we'll transform him back. The first time we're going to do a reverse transformation on this channel. Oh my god! I'm like Optibotimus now. I'm going to do the transformation both ways. Where are my 100,000 subscribers now? Okay, so basically, hold up, I'm not even explaining anything because I'm making bad jokes. Okay, so basically to transform him back into a car, you want to bring the shoulder pads back up. Of course, a lot of extra steps. Extra steps! What is with all these extra steps? My god! What next? I'm going to have to transform the whole figure like some kind of caveman? Why does Hasbro hate us? God! So basically, to get him back into car mode, just going to bring the shoulder pads up. You're going to bring the arms out, and you'll see these little divots right here. You know, this blue part is going to go right there where that divot is. Just bring that out. And then you want to make sure that these panels tab together. I gotta worry about tabs now? Seriously? Tabs? God. So you have to get these tabs together. Just like that. Plug it together. They'll probably come undone anyway, because seeing as though this is the part you're grabbing it by, just fling it around, there's a good chance that they'll come undone, but you still have to do it. So basically you're going to pull the shoulders apart, and again that will now unlock the gear, and to transform him back into car mode, you're going to swing him now back. You're going to swing him away from you. So again, you're only going to do 2 rotations. So you're going to go, see if we can do this. Hold on, make sure I got a good angle here. A good swinging angle. Here we go. Alright, so 2 swings, ready? 1, 2, and boom. And again, the head doesn't always go back completely. I've had a better success rate getting him back into vehicle mode. But basically, once you get to that point, you'll see here, there are posts right here, and they'll plug into the ports right here. Just plug that in. Oop. Plug that in. You want to bring this piece in first because there's a tab right there. And then bring in the other hand, and you'll see there's the slot. And that'll go over that tab to lock everything in place. And there you go, he's back in vehicle mode. And again, like I said, there's a good chance that some of these tabs will come undone. Oh, wah, whatever, just have him back in, not the end of the world. So there you go, he's back in his vehicle mode. And, yeah, you know, it's fun for what it is. Is it perfect? No. By no means is it perfect. This is not a wonder of engineering. And, you know, but I can see the fun in it, and, you know, maybe I just have the mentality of a 5-year-old, but honestly, I've been having fun kind of goofing around with this thing, you know, and it is what it is. You know, this will not bring about the apocalypse or the end of the world in any way whatsoever. It's a flawed toy, and, you know, if you want to complain about it, but at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, so what? So it's a toy that doesn't really work that well. Not the first time, not the last time, but I do kind of have fun just flinging them around. And then again, just swing him around. Hey, look, he's a robot again. Now for comparison, here he is with Leader Class Prime. And as you can see, I mean, you know, he's maybe like a hair shorter than Leader Prime, so, you know, if you really wanted to, this could stand in as like a Leader Class lockdown, if you want, you know, hey, why not? Dare I say why not, because I don't know if we're really going to get an actual Leader. I know we're getting a Deluxe, and the Deluxe looks great, but I don't know if we're going to get any bigger scales of lockdown other than the Deluxe. So if you want something that, you know, kind of looks a little bit better and scales a bit better with your Prime, then, you know, it's an option, you know. It's the only option, really, but, you know, you could if you want to be a scale nut. Hey. But, yeah, and just for another comparison, here he is with Revenge of the Fallen / Dark of the Moon Prime. And really, I brought this figure in just to kind of make a point here. Now, this figure right here is an amazing figure. This is a marvel of engineering. This is just a spectacular figure. To date, the best movie Optimus Prime toy that we have gotten to date. So far, nothing has surpassed this. Nothing at all. But I will be 100% completely honest with you, this is not a fun toy. I dread transforming this thing. I mean, and I've had to do it a couple times for these Age of Extinction reviews. I've had to transform him a couple times for comparisons, and I dread transforming this thing. This is an amazing figure, but not a fun toy. This thing, I can see the fun in. And you know, and basically the point I'm trying to get across is, I've actually been having a lot more fun with the simpler Transformers than I have been with the more complex ones. Maybe I just have the mentality of a 5-year-old. Wouldn't be the first time I've been accused of that. They're probably right. Yeah, they're probably right. But, you know, I tend to have a lot more fun with things like this than I do with things like this. Again, as much as I love this figure, it's not fun for me. Again, this is just my opinion. This figure's not fun for me. As awesome as it is, this is not fun for me. Something like this that I literally am grabbing by his arms and swinging around to transform is fun, and I could see a kid having fun with something like this. And like I said, it's like complaining about a cat toy. You know, like, it's not meant for you. This is not meant for the, whoa, hey there, buddy, I didn't mean to knock you around. You know, this is not meant for the adult hardcore collector. This is definitely meant for your kids to mess around with and swing around and woo, you know. So, you know, complaining about it seems kind of ridiculous to me. Like I said, this is perfect by no means. It doesn't work perfectly. And obviously it's not the best figure. And this is probably the only, you know, flip and change figure I'll get, because the other ones that are coming out are, what, Optimus and Grimlock, and the Bumblebee. I don't want Bumblebee. I already have, what, 3 versions of Age of Extinction Optimus. I already have 2 versions of Grimlock. I don't need any more. But this is our first lockdown figure, and I really wanted a lockdown figure. And, you know, like I said, he does actually, you know, scale pretty well with the leader figures in this line. So hey, he can be my leader class lockdown. I have no problem with it. You know, I can definitely see how people are I can see why people would get mad about this toy, but I kind of still don't get why you would, because this really isn't. It's not meant for us. This is meant for the kiddies. So, you know, you know, hey, that's as much as I can elaborate about it, really. I like it just fine. Like I said, I've been having, you know, quite a bit of fun with this, just swinging it around and transforming it. And, you know, perfect? No. Fun? Yeah, it is. It's fun for me anyway. So, I will basically end this the same way I end most of these Age of Extinction reviews. If this appeals to you in any way whatsoever, and you can get past all the flaws, and you don't want to sit there and whine for 10 minutes about it, then definitely pick it up. If not, then you save some money. But that's basically it. So, don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Loriplan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Transformers Age of Extinction Flip and Change Lockdown. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud. Palm in your face. Now you're putting palms in my face? Are your hands even clean? Where the heck is Crosshairs with my pizza bagels? For being a paratrooper, he's not very punctual. No! Oh, what just happened? Oh, man. Hey, who are you? The name's Lockdown. What have you done? Why have you captured me? That's for me to know and you to find out. That's kind of childish, but okay. Listen, if you let me go, I'll make it worth your while. You don't have anything I want. Really? Would you like some pizza bagels? No. How about just some pizza? No. Just bagels? No. I'm completely out of options.